Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Danny Lowe from Renegade Game Studios, looking at Architects of the West Kingdom, newest release by Sean Phillips.
Yep.
And hope you can give an overview. You knew it was his game as soon as you see this box. Like, it's a very familiar style now.
Same design team, same artist.
We are not in the North Sea.
No, we are moving a little bit more south and to the west.
Okay. Very specific.
So this is the first game in a new trilogy. It's started by Sean Phillips and Sam McDonald, so it's a co-design joint project. Okay. It has similar feel to Raiders of the North Sea. It's a worker placement game. However, it's got a twist to that. So we're actually calling it a worker investment. We do that because each round we're going to play one meeple each. It's pretty fast. You don't have to think too deeply about what you're going to do. It's investment because the first time you place a worker on an action space, it's pretty basic. In the forest, I get one wood with one guy. Okay. My next turn, I might place another worker, and I'll get 2 wood now. If I place a third, I get 3 wood.
And it doesn't have to be your color; it's just any color.
It does have to be your color.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are building up your actions.
All right.
Okay. So these spaces can hold unlimited meeples, which has a pretty high potential of getting. You could have 10 wood in one turn, which is a lot. So if I don't like how much wood you're getting, I can take this action in the town center, pay a fine, and then I can kidnap your meeples, actually. I take them right off the board.
Okay.
No more wood for you.
All right.
On a future turn, I can take another action into the guardhouse and drop off all your sad little meeples into prison, and I will get paid for each of them.
Okay. So the crime of going to the forest.
Yes.
That's it.
You chop down too many trees.
All right.
Bad news.
All right.
So if you want to rescue your sad little guys, you can also go to the guardhouse and pick them back up for free.
Okay.
This is actually the only way to retrieve your workers.
So the round progresses until you're out of however many you have?
So we're going to go around and around placing one meeple at a time. The game ends when this guild house is full of meeples. Those they're retired architects. They're not dead like I've been describing in my demos.
It's not village.
No, it's not village. That's not a cemetery. They're just relaxing, having a beer after their hard work.
So how do we retire them, and what's the advantage of doing that?
Sure. So the guild hall, you'll see those 2 symbols above it, the green and the orange. The green you're going to use to build buildings, which is the core part of the game. We're architects. It's basically just what we do.
Okay.
So we have a hand of various buildings. Buildings will give us points at the end of the game. They also require resources to build them. So that's why we'd go to the forest or the mine and so on to get these resources.
Okay.
However,
bonuses as well.
Yeah, they will give you bonuses when you build them that make pretty nice combos to make you build more buildings. However, what's slightly different is that they also require a skill. Some buildings don't. Anyone can build a smithy or a steeple, apparently. Not me, but the stone market requires some more finesse.
Okay.
So to have those skills, you're going to go down here into the workshop and hire some apprentices. So apprentices are these workers over here. They each have skills. They also are combo-rific. When you hire them, you'll get other bonuses. So you've got various guys over here. Again,
and are these one-shot? You get to use them once to build one building and then they go away, or are you going to?
Like in Raiders, when you use your guys to battle, they'll go away.
Okay.
Similarly, when you place more of your meeples in the workshop, you can get better and better apprentices.
Okay.
You can also pay to skip ahead and hire someone that you really want that turn.
Okay.
All right. The other action at the guild hall, the orange, that's the cathedral, and that's actually in the middle of the board up here. The cathedral is a big part of the game. You also pay specific resources to advance, and this is kind of a race. You'll notice that it gets narrower as we go up the steeple of the cathedral. There's actually only room for one person to reach the tippy top and get those 20 points maximum.
Okay.
Now, the cathedral brings us to an interesting point of the game. When you build in the cathedral, you get a reward, and you'll flip over one of these cards. It will typically give you some sort of resource, but always a virtue point. Now, the virtue is tracked on the left side of the board, that purple marker up there. As you do things in the game, your virtue level will go up and down. So building in the cathedral or helping out the king, those are good things generally. So you will go up. So
All
red.
right. But then we have some other areas over here that clearly take that away.
Yeah, and I will get to those in 1 second. That's okay. So red has built a lot in the cathedral. He's done a lot of good work, helped the king out. He's getting positive points up there. However, blue and yellow, they've gone to the guardhouse, dropped some red guys off. They visited the black market, robbed the tax stand. They're very naughty players. So their virtue is pretty much down in the dumps. They're going to get negative points at the end of the game. However, there are pros and cons to both extremes. By being super naughty, you no longer have to pay taxes. So you're tax evaders, basically,
right.
and that's rewarded. Certain actions have these red coin markers as opposed to the regular gray for the coins. The red is paid into the tax stand, so you're making it more lucrative for the future robber. The gray is just paid directly back to the bank. So you no longer have to pay for those actions. However, if you're too naughty, too criminal, you can no longer build in the cathedral. Okay? They won't let you cross the threshold. Conversely, if you're too pious, too good, you can't visit the black market and get those extremely efficient actions. So there's some moral gray land that you want to stay between.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, so we'll play until the guild house is full of architects, and then whoever has the most points wins.
Okay. All right. There you go. Thank you very much, Danny.
You're welcome.
A review: Architects of the West Kingdom. Sold out now, I believe.
Sold out at Essen. Sold out on day 2. It's awesome.
Okay.
But it'll be available in November.
November 2018. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.